which is to be known, and by knowing which life eternal is gained. It is the Supreme Brahman who is beginningless, and who is said to be neither existent or non-existent. Shri Krishna says that Gneha, that which is to be known, is knowable, or to be known. Not only that, but by knowing this, eternal life is gained. The word Amrut is used, and it does not mean the liquid of nectar that fills a pot, and which we drink. Amrut means eternal life. Shri Krishna says that he would describe such a Gneha, that which is to be known. Now you should come up with me a little mental preparation. We're entering into the depth of Gnan, wisdom, and we're going to the peak of Gnan, wisdom. In the first two verses there was some spiritual discussion. We spoke about the 20 qualities of Gnan, wisdom, and now we're going slightly further up into Gneha, that which is to be known. This is the Supreme Brahman. The Gneha, that which is to be known, represents Satchidanand Gran Brahman, Brahman who is existence, wisdom and bliss, in both the Nirgun, without form and qualities, and Sagun, with qualities, Sagun Sakar, with qualities and with a form, both of these aspects. Shri Krishna says that after knowing this, eternal life is gained. The word Amrit refers to the form of supreme bliss, that is, the supreme soul. What happens to one who knows Brahman? The scriptures say that such a person attains Brahman. This is the beauty of Vedanta. When you know someone, then you become them. And this is especially true in matters of God. What happens to one who recognizes God? Such a person attains the Supreme Soul. One who does not recognize the Supreme Soul keeps asking for everything else, but while he asks for everything else, then he does not understand the Supreme Soul. One who recognizes the Supreme Soul, and one who understands the Supreme Soul, attains the Supreme Soul. This is because it is only possible to know someone when there is no curtain between the Gnata, the knower, and the Gneha, that which is to be known. Then one has no expectations for objects. Only then will you be able to know him. I go to a person because she makes very good savories. If this is so, then it keeps running my mind that there are good savories at her house, there are good savories at her house. If this is the case, then I'll never be able to understand the person, because when I go to her, then I have expectations of savories. Therefore, when I get the savories, then I say goodbye to the woman. What has happened between us? A partition has been built between us. But if I do not want anything at all, then I go to God, and God asks, what would you like? And I say nothing. Thereafter, I will attain God. A king had gone to fight out a battle, and he won a lot of land. In order to win one of these lands, he stayed away from his kingdom for a long time. Then he thought that I've gained a lot of victories and I've collected a lot of wealth. I'll go back. Before going back, he sent a person first and told him to go. He had 3 queens, and he told the person to go and ask the queens that I'm coming back having attained victory in many different lands. I've been to so many places. What would you like? The person went back and asked the first queen that the king is coming back, having won a victory at many kingdoms, and will bring back a lot of things. What would you like? The king has asked this. The woman said that if the king has passed through these towns, then there must be very good dresses in those towns. There's nice jewelry in those towns, and there are nice goods in those other towns. He asked the same question to the second queen, and the second queen gave him a list of things she would like. When he went to the third queen and asked her what she would like, then the third queen wrote in a letter that, Dear king, I do not want anything else. I'm just waiting for you, so come back. The person reached the king, and the king brought back whatever the other 2 queens ordered, because you're the king, so why wouldn't he bring back all of this? But when he saw the letter from the third queen, then the king himself decided, I will also bring the things that I gave to the other 2 queens, and also things that I like, and you, all of these myself, to the third queen. The king brought all of these to the palace of the third queen, saying that I have come for you. The third queen got a lot of wealth, but she also got the king. The king represents God. We write lists and send them, and we get all of it earlier or later. It's not as if it does not come, because it does come, but God does not come. The king does not come. If we just write to him that I want you only, then if he's giving all his possessions to others, then will he not give all of these possessions to us? People do not even have this trust. Every word in the world is, everyone is getting happiness, so will he not get it? Everybody is getting a house to live in, so will we not get it? Everybody's getting clothes to wear, so will we not get it? Everybody gets food to eat, so will we not get it? Jabadanta na tabduktiye abdantieto ananediye. God may make us wake up feeling hungry and thirsty, but God does not make us go to sleep feeling hungry and thirsty. But people do not even have faith in God. They write a list every single day and send it to God. God remains far away. No, when one knows that the Gneha, that which is to be known, then eternal life is gained. This is a principle of Vedanta. And the saints of the path of bhakti devotion also say that Hari ko jane so Hari ka hoye. One who knows Hari, God, becomes Hari's gods. But to become gods is bhakti devotion. Gnan, wisdom, is Hari ko jane so Hari hoye. One who knows Hari, God, becomes Hari, God himself. One who knows God becomes God himself. One who knows God becomes God himself. This is life eternal. Lali mere lal ki jo dekhutiya lal, lali dekhan me gai, ma ho gai jo lal. The color of my beloved is God is red. Wherever I look there is red. When I went to see this red, then I myself turned red. After going towards him, is it possible to go without becoming like him? If you go outside in the rain, then is it possible to go without getting wet? If one who goes to God, then how can you go without becoming like God? This is life eternal. One becomes the same as Brahman. When Shri Krishna says Yajgnatva, by knowing which, then it's worth understanding a lot. God has used the words Yajgnatva, by knowing which, 2 or 3 times in the Gita. And wherever he has used them, he's shown the consequence of Gnan, wisdom. Here in this verse, Shri Krishna says that one attains life eternal after knowing this. Earlier, Shri Krishna had said that Yajgnatva mokshe shubhat. By knowing this, you'll be liberated from impurity. This is a consequence of Gnan, wisdom. What is this Brahman like? What is the substance of the Supreme Brahman like? Shri Krishna says that the Supreme Brahman is beginningless and is said to be neither existent nor non-existent. The first quality he said is that Brahman is beginningless. Brahman is without beginning. This means that Brahman has no beginning. Can anybody ever tell where God began? We can tell where we began, but can anyone ever tell where God began? God is without beginning. God is the Supreme Brahman. God is supreme and great. God is the Supreme. Not only that, but God is said to be neither existent nor non-existent. You cannot even call Brahman existent. Brahman is eternal, but Brahman cannot be proved. To be existent, something should be proved. This is a requirement of being existent. Can you possibly prove the Supreme Brahman? Can you prove that the Supreme Brahman using reasons, examples and arguments saying that this is like that and that is why God is there? And when we give all of these reasons, examples and arguments, then do they prove what we're trying to say? We are not able to prove them. We are not able to know Brahman through proof. If someone tries to prove what they've experienced, then there's no guarantee that after hearing this, the other person will experience Brahman. In a conversation between Yama and Nachiketa in the Katha Upanishad, Yama says the following to Nachiketa about the soul that Nachiketa had come to ask to Yama to obtain. Na yam atma pravachana labhayo na medya na pohuna shrutena. You cannot attain the soul through discourses, you cannot attain it through intelligence, or even if you listen a lot. That is why Brahman is not existent, and that is why Brahman cannot be proved. No matter how much you try to prove Brahman, there is no guarantee that the person in front of you will experience Brahman. It is to be experienced by one's own self, and you cannot even call Brahman non-existent. The substance of Brahman is neither existent nor non-existent. The reason for this is that only something that is destructible is non-existent. The substance of Brahman is not destructible, therefore it is also not non-existent. Brahman is neither existent nor non-existent. Shri Krishna has described this in very brief that Brahman is beginningless, it is here now, but it has no beginning and it is indestructible, supreme, and neither existent nor non-existent. Such is the substance of Brahman. If one does not understand from this, then the Lord describes it a little bit more detail in the next verse. Verse 13. Sarvata